Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, the Pokeprof, here with my best buddy A-kun.
Hello.
And as you guys can see, we are clearly using the new champion, Rengar, I believe is how it is properly pronounced. He is a... Oh, Jesus, you got next to me.
Go ahead and tag me. I got
Eh,
revived.
yeah, nah, I'm just wanting... We'll attack each other later. At the moment, I'm just wanting to show people the new champion, what his capabilities are, and all that other stuff. So, at the exact moment, Rengar appears to be a bruiser stealth champion with a new kind of resource that kind of works similar to Renekton's Fury Bar, in a way that basically once his little ferocity, as it's called, here is maxed out, he gains an additional buff on most of his abilities, barring his ultimate. His passive here is Unseen Predator. All of his abilities build ferocity at 5. Yeah, basically, again, it's exactly like Renekton's Fury. Although I don't see why they would do that, considering out of all the champions, Renekton's Fury is kind of, how to say this, bad?
Pathetic.
Yeah. Overall, it's not that, but there's another part of the passive. Basically, if he goes into stealth, which is his ultimate, or he is in the bush, you get a little aura around you, kind of like Evelyn. I think that's exactly where they just lifted it from. And basically allows me to jump at an enemy. So if A-kun were to come into my range... Oh, there we go. Let's try it a little bit better. I literally jump out of him. And apparently this has a 600 range, so that's a little bit further than Teemo's auto attack range, I believe. Oh, and A-kun, I was just going to recap your point.
Oh.
The minions.
No.
The minions are OP.
Indeed they are.
So yeah, overall that looks like an interesting ability. It looks like he really is set up to be a jungler, though our good old friend Colby Cheese actually tried him out recently and wasn't too impressed with his jungling skills. That said, let's look at some of his other abilities. His Savagery, which has a point 0.1, excuse me, not point 0.1, 1.0 scaling of AD, basically is a next auto attacker, to where I can attack and then attack right again afterwards. Overall seems to be pretty powerful, and seems to be like one of your main abilities to actually go and slash and kill minions. Its special ferocity bonus is that he gets 170% additional attack damage as bonus damage, and his attack speed is double. And I can only guess that Savagery bonus goes up with level, since this is level 4. Oh, A-kun there just used his second ability, Battle Roar, which deals 120 damage, and this is going to be scaling, and since I have no AP on this setup here, it's probably going to be a bit different. But he gains armor and magic resist for 3 seconds if an enemy is hit, which is kind of interesting. So it makes me, again, he's going to be a bruiser, I think, if he's going to gain a whole bunch of armor and magic resist just for roaring in the face of an enemy. His special bonus from this is that he gets a crap ton of a heal, 15% of his total health, so I can see a lot of people going and basically going and blah 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 blah. I can't speak today. Going and making it so that he has his basically a lot of health to make it so that he can just heal up once he hits max stats. At least that's what I think. What about you, A-kun?
I think his stealth is going to be pretty much the kicker on whether he's viable or not.
Well,
Everything else is going to be secondary.
Mm,
But we got a new Garen.
A new Garen? Is that how you
Yeah,
call him?
that's what I'm calling him now. Well, you always have to watch out when Garen's in the bush. Now you gotta watch out when Rengar's in the bush.
You make a good point there. I didn't think about it that way. But overall, he seems to have a very good push ability, so...
Interesting.
My only problem, I think, is going to be the, just how is he handled, because... one thing I'm telling you right now is I'm not impressed at all with his new item. I honestly don't understand
You don't have
why...
any stacks on it.
Well, I honestly don't understand why Riot's even making an item for a champion and making it unique like that. Because it didn't work with Victor, and I don't think it's going to work here, especially since it's a stacking item, to where if you lose, you have to... Oh, Jesus. I want them to fix that. I want them to fix that now. Ragnar just freaked out on my own minions. The pathing has gotten so bad since that patch. Anyway, going back to our other skills. Ragnar's other skills is the Bola Strike, which throws a bola that does physical damage and slows the enemy by a certain rate. If you have max ferocity, you get a bonus in terms of it being a root instead. Now here's something I want to test out, A-kun. Use your ult for a second. Stay right where you are, but use your ult. Huh.
Yep, you're revealed.
Well, you were revealed, but... Okay, I'm originally misunderstood. Unseen Predator, originally I thought would reveal people if you were in that circle and in the bush. No, but what I think it is that... Jesus, what is with my tongue today? I originally thought it would be a lot like the whole thing with Evelyn. Is like, oh, you could see people. But I think it was just me being derpy and not realizing, oh, that doesn't actually work that way. Anyway, the final ability, as we just shown, is Thrill of the Hunt. Isn't that like the name of another ability already?
Yeah.
Really?
I could have sworn Elvin. No.
Not Evelyn.
Evelyn. Yeah, not her. I think she quotes that.
Maybe.
I don't think she actually has those. I'm pretty sure that's not her ability. But yeah,
I could have sworn it was.
Heard that before.
Maybe it's something in WoW related, and we're just remembering differently. But basically, this ability stealths him and gives him increased movement speed, and a point of ferocity every few seconds. It lasts 7 seconds, or until he uses an ability. And we get a... Wow. What is it? It's quite literally like the Predator from frickin'...
Predator.
Well, yeah, but you know what I was trying to think. I was trying to think of something interesting, or at least more interesting than...
Faith heal. No. Oh wow.
Yeesh. Yeah. Overall, this looks like a bit of an interesting champion. I'm not so sure about the skills, though.
Me neither.
I mean, he seems to have pretty longest cooldowns, and that's kind of death considering he's supposed to be one of those tanky bruiser-type champions. And, you know, most bruisers, as far as I know, don't really build for cooldown reduction.
Not to mention his speed is terrible.
Yeah. At best.
It's base 320. I'm pretty sure that's like a Nivea level slow.
Yeah, it's like I even have... I don't know.
I have boots of swiftness, and you saw how I was barely moving any faster than you.
I think I've got movement speed quints, though. It really depends, because I think the slowest movement speed at the moment is like 300, which is a Nivea, which would be Zira, actually, they've reduced her movement speed to that. And I believe also would be Hermidinger, I want to say. Now,
Around that.
but here's one of the points I was wanting to make as far as the special item. Because the special item, it really seems like to be like a really good item for him. The main problem comes from how the trophies are accumulated. Because he gets a trophy whenever he kills someone or gets an assist. But he loses one when he dies. And he needs 2, 6, 12, and 18. Now here's the problem I see with the trophy deal. First off, since it works like any other stacking item, you have the problem of if he doesn't get kills or assists, it's going to be a useless item on him. There's no way around that. It's just going to be, oh, you can't really get any use out of this item because, you know, you're dying too much, or simply for the fact that there are other items that could do the same thing but better. I mean, even the fact that it gives him bonuses to all of his abilities, including his little leap skill, it just seems to be lacking, so to speak.
Actually, his leap is quite a bit like Jax's leap.
How so?
And they made it free. That's the thing that's bothering me.
I think while it is kind of free, while the ability is free, it's also completely and totally reliant on him being stealthed or him being in a bush. Which is, again, going back to the whole, oh, he's going to be a champion that you'll see jungle a lot.
Actually, now that I think about it, his ultimate is almost a combination of, like a stealth champ's move and works on the hunt.
Not really. Really, all it... Actually, no... Yeah, you're right. I was thinking for a second you were mentioning Warwick's ultimate, but no, you're right. It's Warwick's little howling move that makes him move faster.
Because it is relatively short range, like Warwick's is.
Yeah, but going back to what the original point I was trying to make, the main issue I can see concerning this little special item that they gave to him and only him is, first off, like I said, doing the whole special item for this one champion didn't work for Victor. Even though he got like 3 special items, the whole thing with him was the fact that it's like, oh, people only go and build that one particular item. In no other case is it really all that unique or good for him. In the other... you were going to say
sorry.
something? No.
I just noticed he retains the pounce ability even if he leaves the bush for a short bit. See? I was clearly outside that bush.
It's probably just something that they're really trying to... basically so that it's like you're not a true Garen, you're not constantly, and I do mean constantly, camping the bushes. They're wanting you to do things outside of the bushes, and probably one of the best ways to do so would be to go and actually, you know, allow you to jump out of the bushes easier with Unseen Predator. But going back to my whole bone tooth necklace problem, which we keep getting distracted on, thank you very much, A-kun.
Sorry.
And no problems, dude. I just don't want to take all of our viewers' time. My problem with this is that here's the major roles you're going to be expecting him to play, at least as I see it. You're going to expect him to play top and most likely jungle. The problem with top is that most tops, unless the top like counters you hard, so say like Mordekaiser versus anyone melee, the problem is you're not going to be getting kills up top. which makes Bone Tooth a useless item. The other problem with it, I see, Bone Tooth is like, I could see it being useful maybe for a jungler, but a jungler's already going to be short on cash, to where I'm not really, I don't really think they're going to want to spend their money on buying a item like
Random.
this.
Yeah. Not to mention, there's no consistency to the upgrades. You know, it's not like attack, other than the attack damage. There's nothing in each of the levels that's like anything else.
Yeah, it's like the movement speed would probably be the best and probably be the only reason anybody buys this item, and you only need 2 kills for that. Then the other...
And really, Shurelia's is better.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I discovered that on Volibear. It's a much superior item. The leap I could see being good, but needing at least 12 kills or assists to do that. Again, you would have to more or less be a jungler to get that, or be very, very, very fed. And getting 18 without dying at all, that's going to be near impossible to see. I mean... Oh wow, you actually timed his little runaway correctly. Run away! Run away! As you can clearly see, A-kun kind of got more of an advantage in being tanky, so I think, at least when it comes to these guys fighting each other... Oh wow! I was not expecting your little Barlow strike to do that much damage. Although, wow, that's actually pretty high damage. 240 damage without any AD, that is kind of powerful.
Well, I think that was with the ferocity.
Probably.
'Cause
And then here's the other problem I see with the Bone Tooth necklace, is the fact that nobody, again, is going to be wanting to give up that item slot that could be, you know, for something more powerful. That's actually one of the major problems with Victor, is the fact that he's having to give up a potential item slot for something better, you know, simply because, oh hey, I have this little special deal about me.
Yep.
And wow, my frame rate just crashed. I'm not sure what the problem with that is. I apologize for people who watch that. I think I have my settings set up a little too high here on
Well, what
the
we know
beta.
is Bola is 240 as base.
Yeah,
At level 5, anyway.
though his mage damage dealer is going to be Savagery, especially with the ferocity bonus. Because with the ferocity bonus, my current guy here has got in the realm of... Yeah, see that? He with
I've only got GP 5 items.
Yeah, but he, with all this AD I've got on him, which isn't even all that much, he hit his his full ferocity attack. So that's ferocity maximum on his Q. It's an extra 505 damage on his Q alone. The problem is getting him to be tanky enough to do this, because I kind of think that the item setup I've got means he's going to go pop the moment he tries to go get aggressive on anyone. I mean, I think your way is probably going to be the... Well, not your way, where you're just spamming all the per 5 items, especially Evil Tome, what?
I just wanted all of them.
All of the GP5s. All of them.
Yep.
But
Well, to be honest, you gotta try every champion with every possible build, and, well, GP5 on all.
Yeah, truth be told, I kind of found, what's the item called? Athene's, to be really, really good on Yorick. simply because that makes his whatchamacallit. It makes his little ghoul of pestilence, I think it is. It's the green one that does the slow. It makes that thing hit really, really hard, and a lot of people aren't expecting that kind of poke from Yorick. And it basically fixes all his mana problems, where I find Manamune just doesn't. A lot of people will say, oh, you could just run Manamune and it makes him all the better, and it's like, I just don't agree with that. I just don't see it. But yeah,
All right.
overall, this
Now
guy...
I picked up a different item. Let's see how effective it is.
Yeah, I think they're kind of actually balancing Rengar here for the Bone Tooth necklace. Because I got 2 stacks of the necklace, right? Look how much more naturally it seems to be moving for him.
No kidding.
I really think that they're balancing that around him, and I think that's kind of a bad idea. Oh, you actually killed me!
Yep. And then you killed me back.
And that's the power of GA. I'm actually kind of surprised they aren't weakening that after the last MLG. But overall, I can't say I'm not all that impressed with the champion. And dear lord, he's going to need stupid amount of sustain. Because for a bruiser type champion, guess what his sustain is? It's 21 health per second, which is per 5 seconds, which is 4.3 per second. That is like I think that is actually like one of the lowest I've seen in terms of actual bruiser style champions. Because I know Darius has something stupid like he has something stupid like 20 or some odd per second in terms of health regen. You're really getting aggressive, you know that? I said you're really getting aggressive. You gotta practice more, A-kun. Overall...
Oh. I mean, look at my items.
Oh, you're going AP... Chihuahuas.
Well, I wanted to see if Witchbane was going to be viable on him.
If he were an AP champion, I would say maybe, but...
Yeah, no. I've played too many APs. Alright.
Overall, I say let's give this guy a proper send-off for ending the video and showing off some of his stuff. Let me actually turn up the sound a little bit so we have people being able to hear us. And let's be quiet as we allow people to hear his stuff. What the hell? Okay.
You have a warrior's heart. I think I'll take it. You've earned a good death. I've earned the kill.
And then emptiness. Oh, Jesus, A-kun. I'm trying to be nice for the people. Leave me alone. You jerk. You jerk. Anyway, let's go and end this at base with his jokes and his laugh and dance, and we'll call it a video.
All these trophies. I'm gonna need a bigger den. So much bloodshed. This is my kind of place.
Actually, I take that back. He doesn't look like a Tauren. He looks like to be honest, a cross between frickin' Warhammer and frickin' Leomon from Digimon. No, I am dead serious. That's what I think he looks like. Anyway, until next time, everyone.